Lucky, you've virtually been everywhere, and so has Geoff. And Geoff, you wrote the song "I've Been Everywhere," which has had continued success all around the world. Would you like to tell us how many versions of that song that you actually wrote?
7 different countries, plus there's a few others that versions that I haven't heard, but I still get half royalties on them that other people have written. They get permission from the publishers, and the Canadian is one.
We're using the theme actually in our Comet Transport ads at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
could you name the different versions of the song, the ones that you know of?
The ones that I wrote are there was the Australian, the English, the American, the New Zealand, the South African, the German, and the Japanese, which becomes Dokodemo Wikimashita in Japanese.
You know how to speak Japanese because you live there, I know that.
Geoff, Stephen might like to know, if I may interrupt, how many words were there on the telegrams you sent to New Zealand when Geoff was requested to do the New Zealand version? We were on the road.
Yeah, we're in Mackay.
We're in Mackay, and Geoff wrote it, and he had to get it there straight away, so he sent the whole of the lyrics by telegram.
126 words, and most of them Maori.
Oh my God, that'd be a
rhymes like
long telegram.
tiki 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 roa.
Gee, I wish you had brought your guitar in. No wonder they call you Tangle Tongue. And I'd like you to tell our listeners how you came to write that song in the first place.
Well, I wrote it at a bird sanctuary up in Currumbin, or outside there, one morning when I was in a bad mood. You always write when you're worried and concerned. You know, you write better then, I think. And I was concerned about going back to Sydney I thought, now I'd been away for 2 years. I thought, what am I going to do when I get back? So I'd written a lot of stuff on the Gold Coast, which was good for the Gold Coast, but no good for Sydney. So there were 3 road maps in the car. I was sitting in the front of the old Vanguard, and I thought, gee, a lot of these towns rhyme. So I wrote, it's nice to be back in Sydney, and you ask me what I've seen. If you settle back and listen, I'll tell you exactly where I've been. I've been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba. And I just jotted it down in a couple of hours. And then when I did come back and start with it in Sydney, people said, sing that one with all the towns again. I didn't have a name for it even. And I thought, well, this is too good to open with. And I wrote that other verse and finished with it.
I was sitting in the waiting room of the local doctor's surgery when a ferocious-looking nurse curled her finger up and beckoned me. She took down my particulars, said, "By gee, you're looking crook." Then she shoved me through a doorway where the doctor took a look. He asked me if I'd ever had anything seriously wrong with me. I said, "Listen, doc, I've had everything in the medical dictionary, 'cause I've had everything, doc. I've had everything, doc. I've had the bloomin' lot, doc. I'm always on the cut, doc. Just tell me what I've got, doc. I've had everything. I've had meningitis, hepatitis, tonsillitis, pulmonism, arthritis, fibrositis, dermatitis, rheumatism, neurosis, halitosis, thrombosis, epilepsy, silicosis, sinus, athalosis, catalepsy, crepitation, dislocation, constipation, pyorrhea, bronchorrhea, lencorrhea, galactorrhea. I'm always queer. I've had everything, doc. I've had everything, doc. I've had the bloomin' lot, doc. I'm always on the cut, doc. Just tell me what I've got, doc. I've had everything. I've had toothache, earache, tummy ache, kleptomania, bites, disease, ducts disease, housemaid disease, narcolepsy, epilepsy, pigeon toes, runny nose, congestion, foresight, frostbite, stage fright, indigestion, biliousness, nervousness, sleeplessness, epidosis, siderosis, chromidosis, cholesterosis, holy Moses. I've had everything, doc. I've had everything, doc. I've had the bloomin' lot, doc. I'm always on the cut, doc. Just tell me what I've got, doc. I've had everything. I've had hay fever, yellow fever, scarlet fever, chickenpox, astrophobia, hydrophobia, claustrophobia, smallpox, septicemia, allochemia, acidemia, enteralgia, pleurisy, leprosy, quinsy, pedialgia, gallstones, kidney stones, chalky bones, inflammation, palpitation, hallucination, inebriation. What a patient. I've had everything, doc. I've had everything, doc. I've had the bloomin' lot, doc. I'm always on the cut, doc. Just tell me what I've got, doc. I've had everything. I've had bronchitis, gastritis, balanitis, peritonitis, neuritis, bursitis, carditis, elephantitis, cellulitis, nephritis, corditis, conjunctivitis, cholangitis, enteritis, gingivitis, cephalitis, glossitis, laryngitis, metanitis, spondylitis, sinusitis, stomatitis, condylitis. I'm as right as I've had everything, doc. I've had everything, doc. I've had the bloomin' lot, doc. I'm always on the cut, doc. Just tell me what I've got, doc. I've had everything. I've had fat feet, prickly heat, can't eat, get the sheet. I've had everything.